Aloha everybody, this is Stephanie with the Whispering Dragonfly coming to you with a beautiful reading about the nodal shifts. So we have the north and south nodes changing July 17th for the next 2 years. And so we're going to look at today what is changing in your destiny. Okay, when the nodes shift, it has to do with our destiny and our trajectory. So we are all feeling this shift of closing out a last 2-year cycle, opening the next 2-year cycle as it pertains to destiny. So I know I have been offline for a while now, so I'm back. Penny's having a little bit of a sneezy there. Sorry if you could hear that. And so I am back. I'm ready to be putting videos out for you again. And so thank you for your patience, for all of my followers. I'm so glad to be able to present new information to you. I'll also be putting some other and different information on the channel, a little bit of human design information as well. If you'd like a private reading or a mentorship with me, just go to my website, www.thewhisperingdragonfly.com. Okay, so let's get to it. Sorry, y'all, I got an itch all of a sudden, so we're getting ready. All the spirits are moving here. So, if you are attracted to this video, I didn't do it pick a card. If you are attracted to this video, then this information is for you. Like always, take what resonates and leave the rest. We are going to be looking at future influences here today. So the nodes are changing to the north node being in Aries, south node being in Libra for the next 2 years. So you're going to look at where the Aries and Libra falls in your chart. So if you you can get a free chart at Astro Cafe, I think, or just look up online free astrology charts, or if you have your chart already listed, look at that and look at where the 1st and 7th houses are in your chart, because that is going to be basically where energy is going to be spent. Okay, Aries is the beginning of the zodiac. It's the go-getter, it's the starter, it's the spark of the fire. It's not the full roaring flame, it's the spark. So lots of sparks opening, lots of forward movement energy the next 2 years. And so you have to look at where Aries is affecting you. It's Mars energy, which has to do with passion, love, sex, and war. Okay, so that's why they always say all is fair in love and war. Why? Because it's a Mars influence. And then Libra is ruled by Venus. So Venus is about love, beauty, matters of the heart, art, and relationships. So so relationships, or your 7th house, will be in highlighted during the next 2 years as well. So it's a really good opportunity to see where our destiny is moving forward. Okay, so I'm going to look into the cards here and let's get to it. I'm doing the Sacred Destiny cards. So what we're asking today is, with this nodal shift, what is changing for my viewers here? A lot, apparently. We just had a bunch fall on the floor. It wasn't quite done shuffling, so we're going to leave those there. So what is changing for my viewers here in their destiny? What is coming to fruition here with this nodal shift? It's interesting because there's like several cards wanting to stick together, and like they're behaving really weirdly. Like unusually here. Here we go. Oh, well, that's why. They want 3 cards. I was going to just get 1. Whoa. All right, you guys. So the next couple years, we have enlightenment. And this is going to start July 17th is when these nodes change in 2023. So this is a timeless reading. You can catch the energies whenever, but this is when the occurrences are happening. We also have illumination and protection. So this is going to be a very enlightening time for this group, okay? while these nodes are changing, how it's affecting this group is you're being enlightened in your relationships. Some of you may even have strong spiritual experiences in the next few years, and starting July with that movement. They're saying July the 17th through 8/8, the Lionsgate portal, the energy is going to be really potent. So you may be coming into enlightenment, new ways of vibrationally dealing with things. I'm going to be doing a starseed reading for the next 3 months today as well. So what they said is look at that reading as well, because there's a lot of energy around starseeds and light workers about the next 3 months or so, a really big push in a upward, we'll call it upward, it's all directional, but in a more foundational and embodied enlightenment. Okay. We also have illumination, so things are going to be illuminated. Now, when we have illumination as part of our destiny, things that are working will be illuminated, and your strengths, talents, and abilities will be illuminated, as well as people, situations, things that need to be released from your life will also be illuminated. And because we have this protection, what this is saying to me is that over the next couple of years, I feel like this group is always highly protected, but you are protected. And they're saying your choices, your enlightenment path, some of you might even choose to go on a pilgrimage, study from elders or what have you. I know when it was my time to do that, everything just came into line. I was highly protected, and I'm still highly protected in my work and my path. So this is you becoming aware that you are protected, your life, your health, your money, your love, all of that's really protected. And it does feel like that you'll be going through a shift in your destiny of learning how to be detached, learning how to move through the shifts and changes and not get bogged down by the collective. Huge enlightenment opportunity here. They said look at the enlightenment card. There is a sailboat on this as well, looking up at the Milky Way galaxy. Some of you might be sailors, okay? That's going to be for a small few, but some of you watching this, your destiny may be to get into sailing. That's really specific, but it's for somebody who is watching this today. All right, we're going to get magic of the unicorns and just look. I like to bring in unicorns when we're talking about destiny because they represent 12th dimensional energy. So we as an enlightened collective are processing the grid and building the grid and moving into the 5th dimension grid on Earth. And this brings in that 12th dimension energy. So it's very high vibe. Let's see here. Okay, Ascension Flames, number 27. Some of you might be turning 27 or are 27 during this time. That also yields down to a 9, which is an opening. Ascension Flame, it says merge with light, ignite keys and codes. Okay, so this is high on the destiny. Is this group is highly spiritual, and you are on an ascension process. I left this open to spirit to who this would attract. This group, you're going to be going through an enlightenment process, a wake-up process that is of ascension. And ascension is a rising above. It is embodying and allowing higher frequency energies. Some of you may be seeing colored lights more, like orbs. We also have these little symbols. Some of you might be channeling light language, or just noticing symbols and patterns. I feel like this group, like I'm a human design projector or orchestrator, depending on which frame that you look at. And I'm here to bring in the new world. And I'm here to, I naturally see patterns and symbols and symbology in businesses, in people, in bodies. I'm able to establish patterns and find the most efficient way to use the energy. And so many of you may find that you might be human design projectors as your type. We don't know that. This is going to be seen by lots and lots of people, so there'll be a variety of different people, but all of you hold the keys and codes, and you'll be upping your skill level of seeing patterns and availability, and that's going to be your protection. You'll see possibility and probability in people, relationships. If you're starting business with that Aries North Node, there's a lot of forward movement, so you may decide to, in this time frame, open an enlightened style of business, or if you have a regular kind of commercial business, bringing that to a more enlightened phase so that your employees are happy, or your how things are languaged. You may be rebranding, okay? So as it pertains to business, this destiny is to illuminate and to be enlightened. Many of you have gone through your experiences, Spirit's saying you've gone through that dark night of the soul, and with this switch of the nodes, many of you may be influencers. You may be speakers in this next few years. You may be bringing your message out to help to illuminate others in whatever way is correct for you. So some of you, it's going to be through the voice. Some of you, it might be through song or artwork or painting or helping counsel others, okay? Might be through meditation. Okay, they're showing me a variety of different ways in which you contribute to the light and the illumination. But there is a message for you to bring out to the world in these next few years, and you're protected during this process. So whatever, especially right around now, and especially between that July 17th and August 8th, when the 8/8 portal, because Galactic New Year is July 26th, and 8/8, the Lionsgate portal, is the precipice of the energy. So it's the heightened place of the Lionsgate energy. So that will open on the 26th. It'll be at its height on the 8th, and then we'll have a few days on the backside as it closes. So there's an opportunity here for you to really hone in whatever your ideas are at this time, whatever your interests are. Like, I might want to go back to school, or I might want to take a pottery class, or I might want to learn guitar, or I might want to start a whole new job. You're going to be getting those promptings. Man, in relationship, I really require this out of a love, and I'm not having that right now. Some of you might be coupled and decide to be single. Some of you that are single might decide to be coupled, because you're changing how you do your pattern and becoming more embodied as yourself. You're becoming more enlightened, and because that illumination is happening, you're seeing, this doesn't really work for me, or this is what works for me. You're seeing the patterns and the potentials in such a way that you're able to make your decisions, and you are protected to make your decision and move forward with it, okay? So that's a really beautiful energy. Let's get a Keepers of the Light and look at which Ascended Master is with you guys, with us, during this destiny transition. We have Lady Portia, Divine Order. Do what you feel is right. An important lesson is unfolding. Okay, Lady Portia is the twin flame for Saint Germain. Saint Germain is, notice her purple here. It's the purple transmuting flame. So Lady Portia will be with you, and to remind you of divine order, to remind you that things happen right on time, okay? Not your timing, divine timing. Your higher self, source, God, universe, whatever you call that higher portion of yourself, is here to remind you during this process, during the welcoming of your destiny the next few years, that everything is happening in divine order. And it's a really beautiful energy that I'm getting. Okay, I feel like many of you are starting new businesses. I'm hearing new. So new businesses, new relationships, new health. You're coming from a more enlightened frame. You're coming from a frame of, yeah, I just picked up the tarot to go to the next piece, and here we are with the Five of Pentacles. Some of you may have felt like you have suffered a loss, okay, over the last couple of years, where you've just been in this place where maybe you haven't felt creative or enlightened, and that's okay. I'm there with you. I've had about 10 months of really moving through grief, moving through not really feeling completely here all the way on earth, and not being really engaged in life. And now I'm coming back in, and I always feel these energies a little bit before the collective, so that I can give the message. Okay, so I have been coming back to life. I have been rerouted to a perfect place for me to live, a perfect place for me to do business, and that's going to be changing as I change and have more creative ideas. I feel like a little spirit or something was like tickling me, right? So it's like so sensitivities are heightened. Okay, so you may be experiencing heightened sensitivity, but also a more groundedness. So as you're going through this process, remember you're protected. Remember that your ideas are divine. Okay, so whatever you're curious about, whatever really lights you up or turns you on or enlightens you is the path, is the way to go. Okay, so you may not know what your destiny is yet, but it is enlightenment. And so any path that really turns on the light within inside you, okay, one of the things that I love is decorating my home. I really love like fabrics. I love making jewelry. I love cooking beautiful food, right? And I'm getting the opportunity to do all of those things and get paid for them. I would do that without getting paid for them, but I'm getting it. I'm being able to be paid for the things that I love to do. And so this is something for you guys too. So whatever that dream is, that is part of your destiny, and you'll be starting new, okay? And you want to look at, how do you love? How do you relate with people? Because we have that Libra influence as well, okay? All right, let's look in a little further with the tarot. Where is their destiny taking them? What's coming to fruition? Yes. We're going to get 3 cards on this. Beautiful. Okay, well, I guess 4 cards. All right, they want one more. They want one for each of the others. Okay, got it. Yep. All right, bottom of the deck is Ace of Swords, which is enlightenment. Okay, look at all of this together. Enlightenment, illumination. You guys are really prepared and aligned here. Ace of Swords is the card of the Magi. Okay, it's the card of the Alpha and the Omega, the Ouroboros. Okay, it's the aha moment. It's the beginning of wisdom. Okay, so you're getting that enlightenment, and it's bringing you out of the Three of Swords. It's bringing you out of a hard time within yourself. Your destiny is definitely, we have strength, which is the card of Leo. It does not mean you're dealing with the Leo. What this means is you're coming into your inner strength. You're becoming enlightened. The traditional card here, the traditional tarot, has the woman with her hand inside a lion's mouth. Okay, you've gone one step even further in this card deck to become infinity, to become the lion, and to be gentle enough to sit with the lamb. Okay, this is an integration of yourself and an embodiment. That's part of your destiny, is embodying both your animal nature and your gentle nature, embodying your personal strength. Even if you're scared, okay? The strength card has to do the Leo, and Leo rules the heart and heart chakra. So even if you're scared, the strength card indicates that fear is present. But this says, even if you're scared, you're going to move forward. Even if you're scared, you're going to learn how to balance yourself. You're going to learn how to move forward with your ideas in your own personal strength. So as much as I thought your destiny was going to be a little bit about other people because there's relationship influence, this group, it's really about you coming into alignment with yourself, being strong and centered in your spirit and your animal nature, being of the world, in the world, but not of the world. Okay, we have 10 of Pentacles, my favorite card in the deck. This means that your finances are taken care of and your relationships are happy because you're finding enlightenment, because you're finding your inner strength. Spirit is saying your destiny is to have this 10 of Pentacles, is to have the protection and the happiness of the finances being in your resources. Okay, it's not just finances, it's resources. Because remember, not everything has to be paid for. Sometimes we barter with one another, right? Like skill to skill. That is an energy exchange. So resources can be more than just money, but money will be there as well. And the love and happy home. Look how even happy that dog is. Okay, so I do feel like if you want a relationship, it does feel like that is in the destiny. It's going to be illuminated. It's going to be illuminated, the path to take to have all of the success that you've been looking for. Okay, with protection, we have the moon. Okay, moon cycles over this next 2 years. They showed me the full moon. We've just had a full moon in Cancer, super moon, in Capricorn. Sorry, the sun is in Cancer. The moon was in Capricorn, which has a lot to do with going after what you want, releasing self-limiting beliefs. Okay, the moon is the card of some people call it Pisces, as far as the tarot card deck goes, but Cancer is ruled by the moon, and we are in the sun sign of Cancer right now. So this is saying you're protected in the now. This moon card basically speaks of things that are hidden, that feminine nature behind the scenes. Okay, so whether you're male or female matters not. You are going to be protected to really tap into your feminine energy, to your magnetism. How you're going to be bringing things towards you is through the magnetism. You're going to be enlightened with the electricity, and you're going to learn to bring things in through the magnetism, because we are electromagnetic beings. Okay, we have the 3 of Pentacles with the Ascension Flames. You will work together with a network. Okay, your network is going to help you to get all of the things that you have been asking for. Your destiny is to have the camaraderie, is to have the soul tribe, is to have the successful network, the successful business, the successful family working together. Whatever your dream is, it's ascending to a higher level, a higher frequency. And we have the 10 of Swords with Divine Order, which says during this time frame, from July of 2023 until January 2025, you're letting go. 9s are the end in tarot. 10s are the end of the end. Done with it. This says you are walking away from things that have been backstabbing, draining, and it's all divine order. All the things that you went through that were the harder things, that were the harder lessons to gain the experience for wisdom, is actually going to help you to build your business, to build your next relationship. But the people and the situations that had taken from you or were part of that cycle, okay, because there's no good or bad. We're all just playing parts in each other's movies to help us learn our lessons, but this is saying you have learned the lesson. And so now you can move to the next phase, because look at the cycle here, okay? Everything's a spiral, okay? So you're going to move to the next octave up that staircase. And it's saying that you have been successful, and your destiny is to allow that divine order to release that cycle out from you and this new cycle of enlightenment beginning. Many of you have been going through a dark night of the soul. Some people call it harder times, harder lessons, really feeling like, is spirit there for me? Like, am I meant to be here on earth? What's my purpose? You know, all of these kind of questions that happen when we can't see how things are going to work out, or we can't see the light. But this is saying that your destiny is to not only see the light, but embody it and thrive from it. Okay, you're going to bring your message, you're going to bring your information to your network. Okay, and all of the things that you have been through with this 10 of Swords, and then we had the 3 of Swords earlier, have been so that you can move yourself, so that you have the embodied wisdom of how that particular pattern plays out and how you can assist yourself and others to rise above it. So I do feel like this is heavy on enlightenment spiritually, but the offset of that process is that you have the strength to thrive even when maybe the rest of the world is not. Okay, you have the strength to bring in an abundant business, and the strength to bring in a flourishing relationship or flourishing health, and it's going to come through your creativity, and it's going to come through the enlightenment. So you are on an ascension path. This particular set of nodal axis here, okay, so this is a major destiny for you. So you are waking up in huge ways. Congratulations, because that is going to bring light to the whole rest of your life. Anything that you want to create is now going to be created from a higher frequency, and this shift is bringing you to that. So I'm really proud of you guys. This was really positive of a read. I was kind of expecting maybe a little more mundane or earthly, you know, if I had an expectation to this. But this, you guys, you went higher than that. So well done, because this is major, and it's a really, really, really positive energy. Okay, so thank you guys so much. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing. That helps out a lot. And until next time, aloha.